There's something timeless about a classic lime margarita. It's bright, it's bold, and it instantly turns any gathering into something special. Whether you're hosting a summer barbecue, celebrating Taco Tuesday, or just winding down after a long week, this pitcher version makes it effortless to serve a crowd without sacrificing flavor. Today we're skipping the bottled sour mix and going straight for the good stuff. Fresh limes, smooth silver tequila, a splash of orange liqueur, and a perfectly balanced homemade simple syrup. This is the kind of margarita that tastes clean, vibrant, and refreshing with every sip. Crisp citrus up front, a subtle sweetness in the middle, and that smooth tequila finish that lingers just long enough. What makes this version special is the balance. Not too sweet, not too tart, just the right harmony of lime brightness and citrus depth. And because we're making it in a pitcher, everything blends together beautifully while it chills, giving a consistent, perfectly mixed margarita every single pour. We walk through every step from juicing the fresh limes and building the simple syrup to assembling the pitcher, salting the rims, and serving over fresh ice. We'll even cover how to store leftovers, like there's going to be leftovers, freeze it into a slushy treat, and revive it later for that just made freshness. So grab your limes, your favorite tequila, and a big glass pitcher. Let's make a classic that never goes out of style. Alright, let's do our mise en place. We'll lay out everything: silver tequila, orange liqueur, fresh limes, sugar, water, coarse salt, and plenty of ice. This is where organization sets the tone. When everything is within reach, the process feels smooth, intentional, and stress-free. Rinse the limes under cool water and dry them well. Even though we're juicing them, clean fruit ensures fresh flavor and keeps your prep area tidy. Press each lime firmly against the counter and roll it back and forth with your palm. This simple step loosens the juice inside and makes extraction much easier. Slice each lime cleanly in half. You'll immediately smell the bright citrus aroma that's the foundation of a real margarita. Using the citrus press or reamer, extract the juice until you reach 1 full cup. Fresh lime juice is the heartbeat of this recipe, vibrant, tart, and alive. Pour the juice through a fine strainer to remove pulp and seeds. This gives your margarita a smoother, more polished finish. Measure 2 full cups of silver tequila. Choose one that's smooth and clean. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it should be something you'd sip. Add 1 cup of orange liqueur. This adds subtle sweetness and citrus depth that balances the lime. In a saucepan, combine equal parts sugar and water. This is the base for your simple syrup. Warm gently while stirring until the sugar is fully dissolved. No boiling needed, just clear, glossy syrup. Remove that from the heat and let it cool completely. Hot syrup will melt the ice and dilute the margarita prematurely. Measure out your syrup, 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup depending on your sweetness preference. Start lighter, you can always add more later. Cut a few lime wheels or wedges for garnish. Presentation matters. It's the first sip before the sip. Now spread some coarse salt out on a plate. This is your finishing touch for that classic brim. Okay, so you're gonna pour your tequila into a large glass pitcher, filled lightly with ice if desired. Follow with the orange liqueur, layering in citrus sweetness. Pour in the strained lime juice. Watch your color brighten instantly. Add your measured syrup. This balances acidity and smooths the edges. Use a long spoon to stir deeply and evenly. Blend from the bottom to the top so everything integrates. Taste the mixture. Is it too tart? Add a touch more syrup. Too sweet? Add a splash more lime. This is your balancing moment. Drop in some lime wheels for visual appeal and subtle infusion while chilling. Refrigerate the pitcher for at least 1 hour. Chilling allows flavors to marry beautifully. Run a lime wedge around the edge of each glass. Dip it into the coarse salt for that iconic margarita finish. Fill each glass generously with ice. Give the pitcher one last stir to distribute all the flavors. Slowly pour the margarita over the ice. Watch it cascade into the glass. Add a lime wedge or a wheel for brightness and color. Serve immediately while cold and crisp. So if you have any leftovers, okay. Pour the leftovers into a sealed container to preserve their freshness. Store in the refrigerator for up to 24 hours. Give it a quick stir before pouring it again. Citrus can settle slightly. Okay, to store it by freezing, pour the mixture into a freezer-safe container. Set flat in the freezer for even freezing. Allow it to partially freeze until it reaches a scoopable consistency. Scoop into a glass and you've got a frozen margarita. If you decide not to do the frozen margarita, you remove it from the freezer and let it stand at room temperature for 15 to 20 minutes. You'll want to break up the ice crystals and stir until loosened. Refresh it with a splash of lime to brighten and awaken the flavors. This pitcher margarita isn't just a drink, it's an experience, fresh, vibrant, and built step by step with intention. Balance is everything. The perfect margarita lives in the balance between acid, the lime, and sweet, the simple syrup and the orange liqueur, and spirit, tequila. If one flavor dominates, adjust in small increments. Too tart, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of simple syrup. Too sweet, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. Too strong, add a splash of water or fresh lime. Always adjust before serving over ice to avoid over dilution. Fresh lime makes a difference. Never substitute bottled lime juice if you want a clean finish. Fresh juice gives brighter aroma, cleaner citrus snap, better integration with tequila. Pro tip, juice the limes the same day you serve for maximum brightness. Tequila choice matters. Use a 100% agave silver, like blanco, tequila for the cleanest flavor. Avoid mixed to tequila. It adds harshness and artificial sweetness. A good mid-range blanco works beautifully in pitcher batches. The salt rim strategy. Salt should enhance, not overpower. Use kosher or margarita salt. Say that 10 times fast. Only salt the outer rim, not the inside lip. For a lighter touch, salt half the rim. Optional upgrades, mix salt with a pinch of lime zest. Chilling without diluting. If making ahead, chill the liquid in the fridge, add the ice only when serving. Ice sitting in a pitcher too long waters down the batch. Party batch control. For large gatherings, stir the pitcher before each pour. Keep extra lime wedges nearby and have pre-salted glasses ready. This keeps service smooth and professional. So to serve the frozen version, you want to stir it about halfway through freezing. If fully frozen, let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes before stirring. A splash of fresh lime when reviving brings it back to life instantly. Want bar quality visuals? Use clear ice. Add thin lime wheels inside the pitcher. Serve in chilled glasses. Garnish with fresh, glossy wedges. Simple upgrades create a premium look. Okay, the final rule. A margarita should taste bright, clean, refreshing, and smooth. Never syrupy, never sharp, never flat. When it makes you want a second sip immediately, you nailed it. And there you have it, a true classic done the right way. No shortcuts, no bottled sour mix, just fresh lime juice, smooth tequila, balanced sweetness, and unmistakably bright finish that makes a margarita unforgettable. What I love about this pitcher version is how effortless it feels once you've made it. The flavors settle together while it chills, the citrus softens just slightly into the tequila, and every pour comes out smooth, clean, and perfectly balanced. It's the kind of drink that feels just right at the backyard barbecue as it does holiday gatherings. This recipe gives you flexibility too. You can serve it over ice with salted rim for that iconic presentation, turn it into a frozen slushy treat for our hot summer days, or even spice it up with jalapeno for a little heat. And because you know how to adjust the sweetness and the acidity properly, you can tailor it exactly to your taste, like a true bartender. The key takeaway is fresh ingredients, proper balance, chilling before serving, stir before pouring, and never underestimate the power of a well-salted rim. So the next time you're hosting friends, celebrating something special, or just treating yourself at the end of a long day, pull out this recipe and build it with intention. When you take the first sip, crisp, citrus forward, smooth, and refreshing, you'll know exactly why a classic margarita has never gone out of style. Thanks for making it with me. I'll see you in the next one.